200,000 subscribers. Holy shit, guys. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I woke up this morning to find that figure looming over my channel, and I just stood there in silence for a few seconds, admiring what a beautiful community I have. I mean, I just can't thank you enough, you know? When I first started doing YouTube, I never thought I'd be in a position where I'd be influencing 200,000 people. That is insane. I started YouTubing in around college time, and I was majoring in electronics engineering or something, and I hated it. I mean, I thought I'd love it. I loved computers, and I've always been interested in how they work, but I just felt like something was off when I was in college. And it was right around that time that I started YouTubing. And funny story how that came about. I had auditioned for this play, and it involved doing a British accent, so my first videos ever were all about video games, but I spoke in a really shitty British accent. And can't believe I'm revealing this, but my very first channel was this thing called, it was called Project Cheerio. You might be able to find it if you look it up, but you will hear my horrible British accent. So I started YouTubing out of necessity. I just wanted to practice my British accent and see if people bought it. And if they didn't, then I knew that I had a shitty accent and I probably wouldn't get the part. So that's how it started, but as I kept doing it, I realized this is something that I really, really enjoy. And this was again around college time while I was still doing the engineering major. 2 years later in college, I got my associate's degree. And at that point I said, you know what? I don't need to go ahead and get a bachelor's, because at that point I felt like I was in a place where I could make something out of this YouTubing thing. I love talking about games. I've always loved it. And YouTube was not only the perfect medium to do that, you could also, I found out later, you could make a living out of this. It's a beautiful thing when your passions align with your career. That was what, like 6 years ago, 5 years ago? Fast forward to today, and I'm blown away that we're here, that we're at 200,000 subscribers. We're a small country right now, folks. You are a part of it. You beautiful people are the reason why I am here, why my life is so much better than it could have been. I love you guys, man. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. You guys keep me going. You guys inspire me. The kindness and the support that you guys show me is just, I can't believe humans can be this awesome. To celebrate this occasion, I figured I'd pass off some knowledge to folks out there who might be looking into starting a YouTube channel and making something out of it, making a career out of it even. Now, I don't claim to be the YouTubing guru. 200,000 subscribers is still a long way from 1 million, and I just want to keep going, but I still feel like I've had enough experience in this field to be able to offer some semblance of wisdom. So here we go. If there's one thing that I've learned over the years is that there's no actual secret formula to becoming a YouTube success. It's just your basic stuff. You work hard, you make good content. If people like it, they will subscribe. And if they absolutely loved your content, they might spread it to other people. And eventually major media conglomerates might pick it up and post an article about it. And the ball just rolls from there. That's really just, that's it. It's a combination of passion, perseverance, patience, and to be honest with you, a bit of luck. Passion is especially important, and this is very cliched, I know, but I'm telling you right now, if you're not passionate about YouTubing, about the content that you produce, you will probably hate this job. Believe it or not, YouTubing does come with its own grind. Pushing out compelling videos on a regular schedule is not as easy as it sounds. You gotta come up with a new idea every day, every week, every month, whatever. And it can be overwhelming. The only way you can keep your mind racing like that is only if you're passionate about what you're doing. If you're just in it for the money, you're probably not gonna find success in this field, because from what I've found, the most brilliant ideas come from people who are passionate, not people who are greedy. It is passion that keeps the gears churning, and it's what inspires people to be like, I want to do better than my previous video. I want to come up with a new brilliant idea, and the result is amazing content that people love to consume. So as cliched as this is, if you're not passionate, you're not going to make good videos. You're not going to make videos that stand out somehow, and you're not gonna like this job. So be passionate. Make sure you're passionate about whatever it is you wanna express to your audience, whatever genre or topic you wanna talk about in your channel before you start YouTubing. Make absolutely sure this is actually something you want to do. And the best way to determine that is, of course, to just try it out. Start up a YouTube channel and make some videos, you know? Just have fun with it. Don't think of it as a big deal. Treat it like a hobby before you make it into a career. Don't abandon everything you have now and say, I'm gonna hop with both feet into the YouTube swimming pool, because you might drown if you're not careful. Test the waters a bit. Treat it like a hobby, and when things start going well, then start considering transitioning into a career, but make a proper transition. Don't just go, bam, I'm gonna do it and expect to be a success. Make sure you reach a certain level of success before you fully commit to it. But if you feel like this is something you wanna do, awesome. You start by picking your name, your YouTube name. Your YouTube channel name is certainly not the most pivotal thing in the world, but it certainly helps if you can come up with something that's catchy and easy to remember. Don't make a huge deal out of it, but you want people to be able to be like, wait, what was that guy's name? Oh, right, Yang Yeah, or whatever. You want people to be able to remember that name, make it catchy, so that if they, for some reason, want to come back and watch your videos again, they can do that by just remembering. So I went with Yang Yeah because I thought Yang was brief and to the point, and I wanted to just call my channel Yang, but Yang was taken, and I then considered Yang Games, that was taken as well, so I figured I'd throw in my unusual last name, and voila, Yang Yeah was born. Didn't put too much thought into it, but it's simple enough, and it's short enough, and it's easy to remember. I figured it'd go well with my YouTube channel. Once you've chosen a channel name, you have to start establishing specifically, very specifically, what type of content you want to produce and what audience you are going after. You cannot be a Renaissance man on YouTube. You have to find a very specific thing that you want people to know you for. The broader the spectrum of content, the harder it will be to garner views and to maintain a loyal fan base, because you'll have people who are on your channel for different reasons and the audience will be split, and it's just not a great environment. You want to be known for something specific, so find that specific thing before you post any videos. These specializations could be as broad as just your personality. Maybe you're just a really funny guy, or you, I don't know, like Angry Joe is known for doing things angrily, and you know, that's how he became famous, and like little things that people remember you for, that's very important. Or your specialization could be knowledge on specific genres, specific types of games, or maybe you have good knowledge on sports, cooking, makeup, whatever. Find a specific genre you want to make videos for, and from that, I would even recommend finding a subgenre. So let's say you love games and you want to do a YouTube channel about games, but games is way too broad of a topic. What about games do you want to specialize in? Do you want to cover first-person shooters? Do you want to cover specific first-person shooters, whether it's Battlefield 1 or Call of Duty? Do you want to do military shooters? Do you want to do sci-fi shooters? Or maybe you want to focus on video games produced by specific game developers, which is the case for me. I focus a lot on Kojima Productions, the games that he produces, whether it's Metal Gear or the upcoming Death Stranding. I think the Metal Gear coverage that I did is what I'm most well known for, and before that it was Skyrim. I did a lot of Skyrim coverage and got a lot of subscribers and views from that as well. So be the go-to guy for something specific. I cannot emphasize that enough. People often start way too broad. They say, I'm gonna do games, I'm gonna do sports, but find a specific thing within that that will appeal to a specific audience. And after you've established a good audience base, from there, maybe you can expand into other horizons. But starting out, you want to be as specific as possible and have a concentration of loyal fans who are like-minded. Another important thing to consider, don't make content that YouTube is already oversaturated with if you want to grow quickly. Look, I know the temptation these days is to become another Let's Player, but unless you've got something really unique to offer about your own particular Let's Play series, you're not gonna rise very fast because there's so many other Let's Players out there who do exactly what you do, but they're already established and their quality of content is probably higher. If you can somehow topple them, whether it's through your personality, whether it's because you're funny, or whether it's because you find a unique twist to the type of content that you produce, then fantastic. People might come to you and they might see you as a unique type of Let's Player, and then maybe you'll rise through the ranks. But if you just shove out Let's Play videos for games that you like and, you know, it's stuff that other people are doing, you're not gonna really get anywhere far. Ideally, you wanna fill a gap in YouTube that is yet to be filled, and that's becoming more and more difficult to find these days, but there are some really unique ideas out there, and they've grown very quickly, those channels with those really unique ideas. So find your own unique idea. Don't do what everyone else is doing. Don't try to be a PewDiePie. There is already a PewDiePie. People go to PewDiePie for PewDiePie. Be you. Be your own unique self. Produce your own unique content. Add your own unique twist to it, whether it's, again, your personality, your funny commentary. There just has to be something that makes you stand out from everyone else. In my case, I feel like I filled that Metal Gear gap. I realized that not a lot of people are actually doing very extensive coverage of Metal Gear and all of its intricate aspects. Nobody's doing deep analysis of what any of this shit could mean. And I got on that, and as a result, like-minded people who are into Metal Gear came to my channel to watch my videos. I also do the type of crazy analysis that very few people do. You know, I did like an hour-and-a-half analysis on this one Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer or whatever. Like, that shit's insane, but it garners attention. People spread the word, and you kind of fall into the spotlight for a bit, and that's how you gain new followers. The hardest part about YouTubing isn't making new content, it's about making content that people will want to talk about and share with others. Because at the end of the day, no matter how good of a content you produce, if you can't get it out there, it's a bust. Nobody's gonna subscribe, you're not gonna grow. So the best way to garner attention, to have people share your videos, is by filling a specific gap in the YouTube world. And if you persevere by continuing to fill that gap, and if you do it better than anyone else, people will just naturally come. It's really not a big secret formula thing. It's just kind of common sense. So once you've specifically established the kind of content you want to produce, kick off strong. That's so important. Make that first video of yours fantastic. If you just shove out a Let's Play video and it's just you playing, you know, a popular game like everyone else is doing, yours is gonna get lost in the sea of oversaturated content. Nailing that first video might make the difference between taking months to get 1,000 subscribers and taking a day. Now, if you're asking me, Young, what constitutes content that'll go viral or whatever, I couldn't possibly tell you that. That's the conundrum. That's what's so difficult about this thing called YouTubing. If it were easy, everyone would have 1 million subscribers, but that's just not the case. This is a difficult thing. It's very subjective. What determines whether something spreads, whether people talk about it? For me, again, there's just no shortcut. It's just about making good content that appeals to a specific audience. And it's not always easy to determine what that is. That's the difficulty of YouTube, and I think you eventually start to develop a sense for that the more you do this. So best suggestion I can give you is watch other people's videos and see what clicks and what doesn't, and, you know, just develop your own little formula. And eventually, as you get more experience, I feel like you start to get a sense for what the audience, your specific audience, wants. It also helps if you have little ways to help people remember you. I talked about making a catchy name and something that's easy to remember, but also things that you do in the video itself might make you stand out a little more than others. That's part of the reason why I have my stupid intro when I go, "How's it going, everybody? It's Young here," like that whole thing. It's stupid, I know. Some people just don't like it. They find it cringy when I go, "Young out." But it's just the thing that I started out with. It's a thing that caught on, and it's just the thing that I've been doing ever since. So sorry for those who cringe every time I do that. For better or for worse, it helps people kind of remember me in subtle ways. Makes people go, "Oh yeah, that guy who does that stupid intro, yeah, I know that guy." It's something. For those wondering what the origin of that intro and outro is, well, there was this guy, Justin. He was a friend of mine in high school. Whenever he'd greet me, he would go, "Young," like that, like a motorcycle passing by or something. And I always thought it was hilarious, and I figured, I don't know, that I'd just implement that into my channel because I just thought it was funny. That's it. Like, there's no deep story behind it, and intros just kind of develop naturally as you continue producing content and you start to develop a YouTube personality. But yeah, once you've established little things like an intro and outro, once you've established an easy to remember and catchy name, once you've established exactly what type of content you want to produce and what type of audience you want to appeal to, from there, I don't know what else to tell you. It's about perseverance and just keep going at it and improving yourself as you go along. And once you start building up fans, it is so important that you respect them. Don't treat them like followers, treat them like your companions and friends who are in this journey with you for the long run, because that's exactly what this is. It's a community, not a guy who has followers, okay? I don't like to view it that way. I don't like the word followers. These guys are your friends. These are people you are gonna talk to, you're gonna see often, who will watch your content and sometimes communicate with you. Treat them like companions. I'd say the first 1,000 subscribers were some of the most memorable for me because it just felt like a tight-knit community, and there was very little worrying about some of the caveats that come with having a bigger audience. Don't get me wrong, having a ton of followers is awesome, and that's the point, but there's just something special about having just a little community and being able to kind of address each one of their concerns and whatnot. I wish I could do that for all 200,000 of you, but that's a lot of people, and I think what you guys want most is for me to produce good content. Like, that's at the core of this channel. That's what you guys want to see. And so that's kind of my #1 priority, but I love you guys. And also that first 1,000 subscribers is the most fulfilling because I found it to be the most difficult part of that subscriber ladder to climb. That first 1,000 is so hard to get because you're nobody when you're at 0 subscribers. Nobody knows you, nobody knows who you are, and it's just you, your content, and those few fans, those few followers. So once you get over that hurdle, it's also the most fulfilling thing. Once I reached that 1,000, it was bliss. I was like, holy shit, 1,000 subscribers. I was so grateful, and I felt so accomplished, like I could actually go somewhere with this. And then once you get over that first 1,000, next thing you know, it becomes 2,000, then 5,000, then 10,000, then 100,000, and now, holy shit, 200,000. And from there, if you continue to keep the ball rolling, if you maintain the quality of your content, if you listen to your fans, your loyal audience, the subscribers will continue to pour in. Now, we talked a bit about some of the caveats that come with having a large community, and the biggest one I'd say is the haters. This took me a while, but it is very important that you accept the fact that no matter what you do, you won't be able to make everyone happy. Every YouTuber in the world, no matter how famous, how renowned, how beloved, everyone has haters. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the internet and the world, frankly. It's just full of assholes and immature pricks. They're insecure, have nothing better to do with their lives, and they spout out shit and attack you under the veil of anonymity. The cowards, you can't reason with them, they're trolls, and the best thing I can tell you about them is just to ignore them. And I'm telling you, that's easier said than done. Some of these guys spout such stupid shit, you wanna like reply and like, really, God, what's the matter with you? But you gotta hold it in, and in that case, the best thing you can do is just mute them, hide their comments from your YouTube channel, and just pretend they don't exist because they don't mean anything. Sometimes it's so easy to focus on the negative comments, and it makes you feel like trash, like you're not doing anything right. But don't forget that you probably have hundreds or thousands of others who absolutely love what you do. At the same time, though, do know how to receive constructive criticism when it's given. Some of them will be given out very rudely, some of it will be very hard to hear, but you have to accept the constructive criticism. And I'm not talking about the comments that go, fuck you, you're an asshole, I don't like your content, fuck you. That shit's just, again, those are the haters who have nothing better to do with their lives. Block those guys, mute them, whatever, who fucking cares what they think. But there will be individual comments or even entire forums dedicated to a regular complaint about your work. And from experience, I can tell you that can be very disheartening because the YouTubers, they usually have the best intentions in mind, and sometimes you feel like it's misconstrued and like people are not appreciating what you're doing, and it's easy to feel that way, but these constructive criticisms can be a slap in the face, a reality check. And when you take it all in stride, it can serve to improve your content, and no matter how disheartening, in the end, you'll be grateful. In my case, I know that when I started YouTubing, I was really bad at giving credit to the people who deserved it. And it wasn't because I had ill intentions, it was just because I was a newbie and I didn't think it was a big deal, and I just wanted to get content out there and share the awesome Metal Gear news. But it's understandable that maybe the people who unearthed this information, who weren't given credit, might be upset. And trust me when I say that it was hard to hear. I was looking at a corner of the internet where everyone was just against me, and it sucked. But once I got over that, I realized this is a legitimate complaint. And as a result, I start every video with the following information comes from this source, and this image comes from this Twitter page or that Reddit post. And I do my best to give credit where it is due. And that has only served to improve my content. As a result, I'm getting less criticisms in that regard, and that's a very good thing. So yeah, take constructive criticism, learn from your mistakes, listen no matter how hard it is to hear, and fuck the haters who have nothing constructive to share. Just block and mute them, ignore them. They are of no consequence to anyone. So with that out of the way, this brings me to the absolute most important rule in all of YouTubing. Love what you do. Make the videos that you love to make. This is the rule that should supersede all of the tips and rules that I mentioned previously. If you really want to make Let's Play videos, if you love the Let's Play format and this is your passion, fuck it, doesn't matter if it's oversaturated, go for it and see if you can find something unique along the way, a unique twist to make it stand out. Fuck what everyone else is saying. If you love what you're doing, do it. You know, if I was worried about getting the most subscribers, I'd probably shift my content to cover some more popular games like, I don't know, Call of Duty or Minecraft or whatever. But see, that shit would kill me on the inside if I had to cover that game. I have nothing against people who do cover Call of Duty and Minecraft or whatever, but these games just don't appeal to me. So if I had to make a channel and cover content and dedicate every day to games that I'm not particularly interested in, I'd be miserable. Just cover the stuff that you love. I love Metal Gear, I love Kojima games, I'm loving what I'm seeing of Death Stranding, and I'm covering it, and I love it, and other people may not necessarily be into that content, and that's okay. Do your own thing and appeal to the audience that are most like you. Find like-minded people. Be sincere and true to yourself so you can love this job. Beyond that, I mean, just be patient, persevere, improve your content, evolve, be loyal to your fans, respect your fans, fuck the haters, take constructive criticism, and love, love, love what you do. And don't let anyone tell you that there is a shortcut to YouTube success, that there is some clever marketing technique that will boast your subscriber count to new heights or whatever. That shit's usually a scam, and if you get subscribers that way, they're probably not gonna be loyal subscribers. Loyal subscribers are in it with you because of their passion for a specific topic, whether it's games, whether it's cooking, whether it's sports, whatever. So don't ever come into YouTube under the notion that this is gonna be easy. It's not. No shortcuts. But this is a road that, despite the hardships, if you continue to travel and if you persevere and if you get there, it is so satisfying, so fulfilling, and you've got an army of amazing people and friends backing you up, and it's the most amazing feeling. Also keep in mind, YouTubing has its ups and downs. Sometimes the audience just won't take to one of your videos that you think was gonna be so good, you really worked hard on it, you were so proud of it, and people just don't like it, and it's one of the most disheartening things. But learn from that. Try to find out what went wrong, accept the constructive criticism, and just evolve. Or some of you may find yourselves in a case like mine, where you dedicate an entire channel to a specific video game series like Metal Gear, and next thing you know, it all comes crumbling down, and you are left wondering, what the hell is next? Is this it for me? The days following Metal Gear Solid 5's launch was really tough for me. I thought I was done for. Kojima leaves Konami, the Metal Gear franchise, you know, it's a giant question mark at this point, what direction that's headed in. The reception of Metal Gear Solid 5, half the people loved it, half the people had a lot of problems with it. It was just a roller coaster of negative shit. Part of me felt like I was ready to give up. But fortunately, I was blessed with an amazing audience, and when I started covering other games in the meanwhile, before Death Stranding was announced, I mean, the reception was fantastic, and now Death Stranding is announced, so there's a semblance of direction again, and we're at 200,000 subscribers now, so it's looking up, and it's these moments when everything clicks, when the videos are on fire, when the audience loves what you're doing, when the subscribers keep coming, when the people are so supportive of you. That's when you realize this might as well be one of the best jobs in the world, one of the most fulfilling, definitely. I think everyone should at least try it and see what they find. It may be for you, it may not be, but it's a worthwhile endeavor in my opinion. And if you're passionate enough, if you're patient enough, if you're dedicated enough, I think you can get there. Like, I'm just some dude, same as you. We are not that different from each other, we're just humans doing our best. But to close off this video, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for 200K. Thank you for the support that kept me going despite the rough patch following Metal Gear Solid 5's launch. You know, with the Konami debacle, Metal Gear practically being a dead franchise or not the same as it was before with Kojima now gone, and just showing the love building up to the announcement of Death Stranding and beyond. Life is so good right now, and it's all because of you. You helped me find my passions. You helped me find purpose in life. And it means more to me than you'll ever know. All right, enough sappy shit. Back to making more video game content. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Thank you. I will do my best to do right by you. For those who have been following me for years, love you guys. Look forward to more. And you know how it goes. To be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.